President Yoweri Museveni has commissioned 774 officer cadets of the ranks of lieutenant and second lieutenant upon their completion of the military course at Kaweweta Recruitment Training School. The officers underwent training in both military and ideological concepts, preparing them to work in complex and changing environments and to serve as future military leaders.
The officer cadets before us have been sharpened in their minds and strengthened their bodies, both of which are needed for the responsibilities of leading in the ministry.
The group included UPDF in-service cadets, members from Internal Security Organization, External Security Organization, the Republics of Mali and Tanzania, with a total of 101 female officers.
The core objectives of the course was to reflect the three key elements in the training and education of young officers. And that was moral. We looked at character. And the second element was intellect. They have also achieved it. And the last in this was physical. These cadets are physically fit.
The Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, urged the officers to be responsible as they are entrusted with the lives of those under their command and the security of the nation.
Africa and the world are undergoing profound changes. The old challenges of the African peoples are re-emerging in new ways. They still seek to dominate and exploit our continent. The friendships you have made here with the cadets from our brother countries will serve you, our country and continent well in the years to come.
He stated that their actions will shape the future of the defense forces while countering challenges with courage and resilience. Muhoozi reiterated the need for officers to avoid corruption, cowardice and treachery, and to serve as shields for the people with integrity and honor.
Remember, our profession is a vocation, not a job. We are always warrior monks dedicated to the security and welfare of our country and continent.
His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, says this nature of training exposes trainees to the realities of combat, one of the toughest trainings in the military.
For me, I quote it as the escape from the hell, whereby you cannot manage if you are weak. We had one of our training instructors called the Captain Erim. One time he told us that, I know I'm taking the hero, but I know we shall come back. The weak one will grow, the weak one will collapse, but the strong one will move on and we shall come back.
That's why I hear that Brigadier Walimbwa was reporting that you went to Karama, for a combined arms exercise. That's what I advised them, because in the past they used to separate, to limit the trainee to only the battalion support weapons. I said, no, this is not a good idea. Let them know from the beginning.
He says that the army is looked at too as a job, yet it should be an obligation specifically intended to serve and defend the territories of different nations, extracting an example of Somalia, which has suffered setbacks due to the demand for payment of army officers to defend their own territory.
Now, Somalia is a big country. It's about the size of Tanzania, slightly smaller than Tanzania. It needs a big army. But you find 15,000, what can 15,000 soldiers do in a country as big as Somalia? The people are there in millions. They can be mobilized to defend their country. But the problem is the concept, because they have tied defending the country to pay.
President Museveni tasked the CDF to improve the welfare of soldiers by building houses, school infrastructure and health facilities, and assist soldiers' wives in economic enterprises.
Building barracks so that soldiers don't stay in rented houses, they don't stay in they stay in government-free houses. Yes, I'm getting a low salary, but I'm staying in a free government house. So there is no problem on me on housing. I'm not paying rent. It is a free house.
While he was confident that external threats are no longer a problem for Uganda, he remains concerned about corruption and the slow progress towards African unity.
That's the only danger. Corruption and lack of patriotism among us. When you get a job to do, instead of doing it properly, you steal the money and you do a shoulda work. So therefore, our young graduates, no corruption. Because this is the real, there's nothing that, Uganda has everything. So when you hear people saying, what, everything, we have everything here. There's nothing we cannot do here. With our neighbors, the only problem we have is being far from the ocean.
Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.